Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another scene set in A Chronicles of Darkness Vampire the Requiem, a Requiem for London. Tonight, we set the scene in the Kensington rooftop gardens. Dangerous territory for a Carthian to be in, as it technically rests within the domain of the Invictus. The once former Elysium still maintains much of the charm that made it such a popular place for gatherings of kindred to be held. As Alycat reaches the top of the lift that takes her to the rooftop gardens, she sees that the gardens are as in form as they've ever been. Beautiful and elegant, with sweet floral fragrances drifting through the air. You can even see it as like almost as if it were a pink mist. It is a very calming place to be. The whole garden is like one great artwork in a way. Everything meticulously grown and arranged to accentuate and complement what stands next to it. And as you walk on through, you see the flowers, they sort of bend in your direction, almost like sunflowers. You almost get a sense of yearning from the flowers, as if they are happy to see you.
Yeah, Ellie will, walk in. She's wearing a very, very long, oversized coat. Easily comes to her knees. And she's moving carefully, but as the scent of the flowers hits, she just relaxes. It like almost for a moment, kind of forgetting all the shit that has been going on recently. Just for a moment though, because she came here with like a reason. So she moves on. Just from time to time, lets her fingers kind of touch on one of the flowers. It's hard to be called a son as a vampire, but sure. It's kind of weird if they move along, but okay. And yeah, she's just gonna make her way through the gardens, trying to find the person that she came to see here.
As you make your way through the garden, it doesn't take you long to find your grandsire. The flowers and the ivy and the vines climbing around her arms and shoulders.
Ellie will walk up, and if it seems like she's busy, then Ellie will wait.
No, she is. And she sees you, she looks at you and smiles for walking on over.
Hey.
Ali, it's good to see you again.
Yeah. Good to see you too. Thanks for, meeting me.
I'm always happy to meet my favorite grandchild. To what do I owe the pleasure?
I could be very Lion King and say I'm your only grandchild, but Um. So, yeah. Uh, oof, how to start this? I need help with some stuff. And I was hoping we could talk about it, maybe.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, what is it that you need help with?
Two things, really, sorta. First, as Ellie kind of, zips open the jacket, and she's got fresh clothes, but she kind of lifts her shirt up, and there's like a myriad of burn marks all over her chest.
Oh my dear, what has happened to you?
Oh, that's the second part I kind of need help with. So, is it like cool to talk here? Like, no weird stuff going on?
No one here but you or I.
Okay. So, um, did I? Yeah, I think you know about like the violet, right? The drug.
Yes.
Do you know that I was looking into it, right? It's sort of how Ocean and I met as well.
Oh. Well. I did not know that was how you met her.
Mm. Yeah. First part of the investigation led to a party she was organizing. That doesn't really matter. Anyway, um, so what do you know about it? The drug that is violet.
Well, I know about as much as anybody else. It is an unnatural substance that renders mortal substantially more pliable to our wiles. Can only imagine that it is also highly addictive.
Yeah.
I
So,
haven't gotten my hands on it. It has been of particular interest to me. I would have assumed it would have been dealt with sooner or later.
Hmm.
I've had my own troubles, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know. Those troubles might be connected somehow.
Oh,
Well, I mean, somehow. I don't know. But actually, I should also. Yeah, no, that will be later. The drug is a plan to control the blood population in London. It's set up at least by part of the Invictus, amongst which the Prince, and as far as I know, some Ordo members.
I
People have
see.
told
Quite
me,
insidious.
yeah, people have told me that it is produced in the Shard, where apparently they're also doing uh, experiments on Kindred, turning them into some sort of super soldiers.
I do not know what happens within the Shard, and I hope I never have to.
So, not too long ago, I found a lead to a business of an Invictus called Hackett, called Limehouse Syndicate crime group, and they were operating off some ships. And when we investigated those ships, we found a lot of kindreds, some of which had like disappeared, some of which had been captive at the Shard, and they were hooked up to some sort of machine that pumped filthy old blood in and extracted vitae from them. That was one of the ships that I saw that I could look into. And as we were investigating, of course, on comes this Hackett guy with like a group of people, started shooting flare guns at us. And
I
we could
see.
barely escape.
She looks with distaste when you mention flare guns.
Yeah, Ali kind of points at herself, like, flare guns. So I was hoping you could help me with this, as again, she kind of points at her torso. And I was hoping, since I think you guys don't approve of, like, having to literally fight for your blood and kiss the prince's boots to get some, that maybe some members of the crown would be able to help me with that. Like, I need to find those ships again because I really doubt they would stay in the same place. They'd probably relocate it. I doubt they're as arrogant as to think that nothing will happen to them if they remain there. So I need eyes and ears. And if possible, a few people willing to try and, when we find the ships, try and help us with it. So I'm reaching out to people I know.
You are... You're asking me to put my sackmates at significant risk. The crone is... The crone labors under much stress right now. I would like to help you, and I would like to do so personally, but I would ask for something in return.
I mean, I didn't expect this to go for free, but I would please take into consideration that what I and what some other people are fighting is not just for us. Like, as far as I know and as far as I'm concerned, the prince is out to control the entire city, to control all blood within, and to literally be able to starve us out, all of us. That includes you guys. I mean, I understand you're under stress. I don't know what's going on within, like, your faction. I don't presume to know. I don't want to know. That's not for me unless I can help out with that. I understand that it comes with a price, your help. But as I said, take in consideration that it's not that I'm not just doing this for my own fancy.
She... looks with some degree of concern. Many would argue that the existence of Violet benefits the kindred as a whole.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what the prince wants everyone to believe.
It is not necessarily belief if it is true. I'm sure you have noticed how much easier hunting within the rack has become ever since the production of this violet drug.
Yeah, but it's not the end goal, is it? Sure, things may be easier now until the trap snaps. A rat that finds cheese thinks, oh, an easy meal, until the trap closes down behind him and he's trapped.
Not everything the Invictus lays for the city is a trap. But I would help you. Saskia, you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay, she's
She
waiting for you
nods.
to respond.
Thanks. I would appreciate it. Like, I'm not asking people to do stuff against their will, but if maybe a few people would be willing to help out, that would just be a huge relief.
I would only ask for one thing in return.
Which is?
I would wish to see Sadie brought back to us.
Go back to you. How? Her going to the crone?
Yes.
No.
She was never meant to be a Carthian.
No deal.
And while I
Can't do that.
understand her choice, she's not changing anything by running away.
This is not a discussion that you should have with me, and I'm not going to manipulate her in any way, shape, or form. This is between the two of you. Ask another price. I can't do that. She's my sire. She saved me. No. Sorry. No.
She would not
I'm
listen
willing.
to me or anybody else.
I am not gonna tell her what she should do. She needs to make up her own mind. Now, I can ask if she wants to meet with you and talk with you and try and get an open mind and work out your issues, but I'm not gonna force her to do anything. And I'm not gonna manipulate her. She's my sire. I'm sorry if that's your price. It's too high. I'm not
And
gonna
I'm your
trap my sire.
grandsire.
Yes, I am aware. And if there's anything that I can do to assist you in your situation and your faction, I will do it. But I can't make a deal for Sadie.
Did she ever tell you of your bloodline? I doubt it.
She didn't even tell me that you were my grandsire, so what do you think? By the way, if there's like a bench, Ellie's just gonna sit on it. She's still on like, 6 wound levels or something, and standing is just not it.
Painful.
Yeah.
Your blood does not merely descend from that of Clan Gangrel.
Okay. How does that work? I don't get it.
Back where we were first made, they would call us the children of the Morrigan.
Children of the Morrigan. It sounds fancy. But this doesn't tell me much.
We were an evolution of the gangrel. We originated in Ireland. We're quite comfortable there. Many thousands of years. Until the sanctified and the formation of the crown. We are our blood calls to the crown. By our very blood, we wield its power. The sorceries you see the crown use, you see I use. We do not need a simple time or training in order to wield it. We simply can. Tis our birthright. Tis our obligation to the crown to wield it on their behalf. The crown saved us from annihilation many centuries ago. And it is our ties to our God that gives us our inherent power. Sadie, she was so gifted, so beautiful, so faithful.
And then
Lamonti took everything but her name.
So what happened exactly?
The Sadie you know is not the Sadie I once knew. Gia. She broke her mind.
Sadie broke
Drove
her
her
own
away.
mind?
No.
Or someone else?
She is not well known outside of the crown. Giamonti.
Giamonti.
Adventurer and High Priestess of my sect.
And what did she do to Sadie?
She is a Ventrue.
I mean, I get it. I get the dominate thing and everything, but why?
The child of Morrigan and the venture and the crone have always been rivals. The gangrel in general always have been, but we doubly so. For we wield powers they wish to possess, both political and mystical. When Gia learned that I had a child, she was quick to exploit that fact. Didn't take her particularly long after she became a neonate. It was my fault. I should have kept a closer eye on her. I should have known. It was my own fault. But she lured her in under the guise of her position. When I met safety after that, she attacked me and fled for the Carthians. First, I didn't know what was happening, what was going on. It was only months later, after the damage had been done, I had discovered the totality of what had happened.
And that is how long ago
She
now?
believes I
Sorry,
have
go on.
abused her, manipulated her, betrayed her, assaulted her. That I betrayed her faith. Killed her friends. And she believes much of the crone to have done the same.
God damn it.
I've never been able to get close enough to her to repair the damage. That time where you and I, in a not too dissimilar situation from now, it's the first time we had met in a very long time. First time we had met outside of Elysium. Since the incident, at least. I know those who can bring her back. I need your help to do it. help you in return.
Just when I thought things couldn't be more messed up. Well, since you already practically saved my life, as you know, she'll hold up the remnants of the amulet that she's still wearing. Ellie's gonna take out her phone. And she's gonna call Sadie.
Phone rings and rings and rings and rings and rings and rings. Eventually, someone will answer the phone. Hey, kiddo, what's up? Are you okay?
Yeah. Sort of, as okay as can be in the situation. What's up with you?
Nothing much. Why?
I need a favor from you.
You've been asking for a lot of those lately. Thought you wanted to go it alone.
Yeah, this isn't so much about me, though. Fucking hell, this is a mess. So, okay, I'm not gonna break this easily. This is gonna be weird and fucked up, but apparently you've been tampered with in your head.
Yeah,
Something
let me
with
guess.
bread.
My sire told you this, huh?
I mean, yeah.
Uh-huh. Why are you spending time with her again?
Cause I'm still sitting with a lot of pain, a half-burnt body.
Go to one of the night doctors. They'll help you out.
The what?
Alycat, you're cacophony savvy. You know, there's a specific branch of Carthians, an actual international group. That's a group more than it is a profession within the Carthians. They're called night doctors. And they're sort of kindred medical professionals whose skill is actually on par with Fiordo's. Very skilled kindred, doctors that can, for a sort of bizarre mix of mortal surgery and kindred research, have I've learned how to, in a way, lessen or at least help patch up kindred and their injuries.
Ah, cool. I did not know that.
They're literally night doctors. They heal kindred, not completely, mind you. Kindred is still static, but
Mm-hmm.
they can tend to the wounds of Carthians. They
Cool.
also have a habit of keeping their identity secret because they don't want to be made to do so.
Yeah,
So
that's fair. That's fair.
they quite famously wear surgical masks and the like when performing their role.
So Ellie just kind of sighs and says, "Well, that was going to be my next option, but I also am looking for more allies because we can't take that boat again with just the three of us, and you know it."
Hadn't been planning to. I've been spending last few nights, well, healing up.
Yeah. I was recently at a meeting where I heard some interesting things evolve around Carthian leadership and the city. Don't know if you heard of it. I wasn't informed from our side, but whatever. But look, I get that this story's like weird, but seriously, if someone has done some shit with your mind, wouldn't you at least want to find out? I know I would. And if it's not true, they
Look, you
can't
need to
really do
get
anything.
away from my sire. She's not safe to be around. She's trying to manipulate you.
Are you sure that's not what they want you to think?
I mean, I know this is absolutely what my sire wants you to think.
Okay, but
Come on, Ali, you're smarter than this.
look, what if it is true? I'm not saying it is, okay? But I also like I've seen what dominate can do to someone. All I'm saying is I would want to know if someone did mess with me.
Well,
I
I
think
know
you would be the
I'm
same.
golden. Look, anybody can say anybody is dominated doesn't mean anything. It's the oldest trick in the book.
That's because it's very hard to tell whether it's right or wrong. So that doesn't mean that. And I mean, even if it's a trick, if we're gonna check and we know, then we know, right? Someone didn't mess with your brain. I'm sure someone didn't. And if someone did, then we
Yeah,
can fix
I'm
it.
saying, Ali, nobody has messed with my brain.
How would you
I mean,
know?
come on. Hey, Charlie's in my coterie, remember? Ventru? Yeah, she knows
Yeah?
what's up.
And you never let her check? Have you ever seriously let her check?
She says I'm fine. And you know
Ellie's
what? I
gonna
trust her word.
Look, I don't know what's right or what's real. I just know if someone messed with you, I want to pay them back. So if this is anywhere near truth, I want to pay whoever the fuck did that back in kind. Because no one messes with my sire. And if my grandsire is the one who's messing with my sire, as, you know, she quickly looks towards said grandsire, then they would be paid back in kind.
Huh?
Come on.
Is that all?
That's all. Will you at least think about it?
Nope.
Fine.
I'm not going anywhere near my sire again. After the thing she did to me? Hell no. And I don't think you should go anywhere near her either. She always plays games like this.
I'll make sure to stay away. As Ellie is just looking at, like, really? I'm very far away right now. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. So far away. The furthest
So
away.
far away. Furthest away. Sorry, Sade. See ya. Ali will hang up.
I take it that didn't go so well. She tends to react rather strongly to my name.
She has a point, though. Do you have any evidence of this story?
It's a very difficult thing to prove that somebody's been dominated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that. Well, I guess that means we won't have a deal.
At least let me patch you up first.
I mean, I'm not gonna say no to it.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't have a deal. So you don't have to.
I never made it a prerequisite.
Suit yourself.
She'll begin the same process she did with you before. Spilt blood upon your wounds, forming some sort of pagan symbol that that heals your injuries. You've got quite a lot of injuries, unfortunately. So she can't heal all of them. So I'm gonna have a roll.
Mm-hmm.
So she has a lot of ice. Ooh. Okay, wow, she rolled exceptionally well.
Neat.
She got a total of 14 successes, 2 of which were exceptional rolls. So
Wow.
she actually, I just need to double check what the benefit that actually grants her, or grants you. Okay, you know, because she's using this ritual on you, you when she paints these symbols upon your wounds, it is as if a fire runs through you, but not in a bad way, in a spiritual sense, in a mental sense. You feel renewed, you feel enraptured, you feel euphoric. It's as if it's as if for a moment you touch something beyond yourself. And at the sight of such brightness, such whatever it is, whatever fiery passion that comes from without, it renders your beast quiet.
Cool.
You gain the ecstatic condition.
Okay.
It is a positive condition. The main benefit to you is that it gives you +2 bonus to resist frenzy the next time you're at
Yay.
risk. But you feel... It feels very much like a born-again moment. Perhaps there's some truth to what the crone preach.
I mean, perhaps.
There is one other thing.
Yeah.
What happened to Sadie was tragic and wrong and cruel. But that does not give her the right to deny your birthright.
So, you want me to join the crown?
I would not. That does not appear to be your place in the world. And not every child of Andraste is a member of a crown. Though most of us remember our obligations and our debts. Most of us remember our faith. But that is not something you were born into. You are an odd... You're an exception in many ways.
A lot of good that did me recently.
That is not to say I wouldn't encourage you to embrace what you are. To be blunt, you would only ever reach your full potential within the crown.
So, what are you offering, or what are you saying? What do you want?
I'm offering to be your Avus.
My what's this?
Your grandsire gives a very long blink, and for a moment looks inconceivably frustrated. Just this look of sardonic, kids.
I mean, that's fair. But hey.
An Avus is one who guides a kindred into their bloodline.
Okay.
A bloodline is not defined entirely by lineage, although normally it would be your sire.
You want an answer for that now? Or would you give me some time to think about it?
I would give you time. It is not something that should be rushed. She says that quite seriously.
Cool.
So do not.
Yeah. No, I'll think about it. Scout's honor. But yeah, like I said.
She frowns at the word Scout's honor. The phrase. Be careful lest I believe you are not taking me seriously.
I promise I will seriously consider it. That's what I said.
Good.
Also, I have something that I was meant to give to you, but I haven't been seeing you for a while. So, here, she'll get out of her jacket a package, I believe it was. I was planning to look the scene up, but I haven't. So, off the top of my head, it's an envelope or something with like, I don't know. Ask Nikolai. Dali will say, I got this from a maquette, Nikolai. He said it was something of importance to you. Here.
She slips it underneath her dress. Thank you.
No problem. Also, made a friend, well, sort of. She just arrived here, although she'd been in the city, like, she was away for like a year or something. Name is Chloe. She's a Carthian as well, but she was hoping that she could meet members of the Crown, so maybe next time we meet, would you mind if I, like, at least bring her along so she can do an introduction?
I will set up a meeting with her, I suppose. Or you can, and it's your choice.
Yeah, but whatever you prefer. Like, it's not me, I'm just passing along the message. She's rather interested in, I don't know, at least working together with you guys, so.
Well, that is good. so few are willing to work with us in these nights.
I mean, don't ever say I didn't try.
You put in an earnest effort.
Can't help it wasn't enough, Ali will say as she puts on her jacket. I can't tell whether that was meant like whether it was enough to convince Sadie or whether her effort was enough to convince like her. Keep forgetting her name. I'm so sorry. Well, I'll think about your offer and I'll get back to you ASAP. But I think I have a few boats to catch first.
So, you go to leave.
Mm-hmm.
You get a text as you're about to walk out.
She checks her phone.
It is a picture of a staked Sadie in the boot of a car.
Okay. Well, Ali will go to Sadie, I suppose, with this. God damn it.
Gives you there's only one message that goes along with it.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, it's what you get for sticking your nose in. -H.
Oh, serious? Wait a minute. Is this a recent picture or an old one? Because I was considering maybe this was an old one. But it's not. This is a recent picture, right?
Yep. I mean, you just talked to Sadie like, what, 15, 20 minutes ago?
Yeah. Fuck.
This just
-H.
occurred.
Turning back, running into the elevator, going up. Sorry. It's like, no, nope, nope. And sorry, what was my grandsire's name? Because I keep forgetting it. I'm going to write it down in my blue book now.
I am disappointed.
I know, I'm a huge disappointment.
Yes, yes, you are. Her name is her name's Murph Caliborn. So her first name is Murph, her last name is Caliborn.
It's now officially in my blue book. So she's just gonna yell out, Mirth, are you still here? Fuck.
She rises. Looks like she's just crouching down at flowers. Yes, whatever is the matter?
Ellie's going to nearly toss the cell phone towards her.
Oh boy. She looks at it. She frenzies.
Fuck!
You see her crush the phone.
Shit! I needed that phone. Can I snatch it back as I see she's altering? Like, can I just be like, snatch?
I mean, sure, if you want her to attack you. If you want her to brutally mutilate you, I mean, she just healed all of your injuries, man.
Which means I don't
got really good successes.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, no, sure. Whatever. Crash my phone, will ya? Just hope the SIM card will be okay so I can text back as soon as I have a new phone.
Just get a new phone and try not to die horribly.
In which order? Because right now the try not to die horribly seems to be more like a thing.
Well, her rage isn't directed to you, but she will attack you if you make yourself obvious.
Waiting, like slowly stepping softly away from the raging grandsire monster.
You go to hide?
Yep. That sounds like a very smart choice right now.
It is. You're 100% correct.
Like, I'm trying to at least be semi-smart with this character. Do you want me to roll dex stealth, or am I just good?
Just roll me dex stealth.
Okay. I scored.
Mm-hmm.
1 success.
Sorry, let me just check your successes real quick.
It's 1. There's 1 8.
You succeed. Okay. For once pristine, beautiful gardens turns into the den of a monster is for once polite and kindly mirth shreds everything in her path, shattering glass, metal beams, the gardens. By the time she leaves her rage, half the garden is destroyed.
Yeah.
You see the plants actually veer away from her, trying to avoid her, but most end up shredded.
Yeah, Ellie is basically just, walking away from the carnage. If the carnage comes into her direction, just moving away from it until it finally stops. And she's gonna try and collect the pieces of cell phone. Try to see if the SIM card is still intact. Because usually with like the phones, the SIM card isn't that big, so. And she's just gonna look at Mirth.
Murph remains still for a little bit before turning to you. Her face is dirty and ragged now, as is the rest of her clothing. I will find her.
Who is -H? Is
You
that,
tell me.
well, I don't have a spare phone, so I can't reply anymore. Oh, fuck, of course I know who it is. Duh. That asshole. By the way, Chris, Anna, I can't look back at the picture anymore, but you said it was a car. Allie is a mechanic. Can she recognize, like, any kind of, like, what kind of car it was, whether she can see the number plate or whatever?
Don't see the number plate, just see the boot of the car, the interior. Roll me a wits cross.
Okay. Yay, wits. Crafts. Where are my crafts? God damn. Ah, there. That's 2. Wits is 3. My crafts thingy is mechanic. No. Yes, it was an important roll I scored. Gee. I swear that dice roller is such a smartass. But no successes, so she shrugs and says, I would need to study the car better to see. Fuck. Okay. I think that fuckhead who did this was the Invictus I was telling you about, Hackett.
Hackett just killed himself.
Are we going to work together on this, or are we going to try and race each other to see who gets first to him?
I will find him.
A race it is then. Sure.
I will call you when it is time to help her, and you bring anyone who is willing to help with you.
Alycat already, like, sort of half turned around, and she turns back, nods. Thanks. Fuck. This is my fault. I shouldn't have asked her to come along with this. Should have done it on my own. I owe you majorly if you're willing to help out. And I mean that. I apologize for lashing out, because that was unfair. But she's my sire. I know she's your child, but she's my sire. I'm gonna rip his eyes out. Feed them to the crows.
Yes. Feast for the crows.
Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna try and find him. If you find him, cool. I'll send out whatever I can to find him as well. Fuck. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'll see you later.
You need not apologize. You'll be getting what you want.
I think I should have rolled for frenzy as well when I saw that picture, but I didn't do that. I apologize for that out of character. But yeah, no, Ellie's gonna storm off.
It's fine. So, this time, Alycat leave for real?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's gonna try and find traces of, like, of this car and everything, but I think that is, like, a good point to end the scene.
I think it is. Thank you, player, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching.
Thank you, SD, for
We
SDing.
will see you all next time. Thank you.
You're
We
welcome.
will see you all next time. Bye-bye.